No, there was no air, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That or they just forgot. Because had to have been there. Her helmet was open.
Both of them are helmets. Although Hero can probably survive without
Maybe
air,
the air pressure was just so low. Like they were actually like dying. They just didn't know. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. The penultimate episode of the series, as again we have the movie and extras, a couple extras, and eventually a ranking, which I've just recently been reminded about to get to before we move on to, again, the current plan, as far as I'm aware, is Gundam 00.
Yes.
Which some of you might remember that me and Griffin watched once, but again, the majority of Gundam 00 is blocked on YouTube. So I think I'm better at editing now than I am back then, so I think I can keep it up. God, a lot of today has been in that form, hasn't it?
Yeah. Innocent innuendos.
No,
or not so innocent.
Never innocent.
Yeah.
Just bordering on the edge of maybe I didn't mean to say it. A lot of the annoying stuff I said earlier didn't mean to say, completely off the cuff, and realized what I was saying as I was saying it. Other times, when they said that the Libra could only keep it up 70% of the time, and I said, like me for sure, that was on purpose.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm old. I'm old. What do you want from me? Hope is not satisfaction because you're not getting it.
Yeah.
I always come first in every race that I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, we're finally moving into the series of final confrontations.
Land of Confusion. This is something of confusion. Yeah. I remember that was the name of this episode.
Yeah.
Which I also joked should have been the name of the first episode.
Yeah, Takeoff into confusion.
Yeah, that's why the joke works.
Yeah. No, like the Phil Collins song, which is the Land of Confusion.
Which is a take on Ronald Reagan, I believe.
It's a protest song about how people are just going
crazy. The music video is very about Ronald Reagan and the talking heads of its time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's based on a puppet show of Britain, which were the talking heads. They were just these puppets that were these politicians. So Thatcher, Reagan, some others. Yeah, never saw it myself, but it's supposed to be very funny.
I'm only familiar with the music video. It's just the element of knowing tangentially somewhat what it's about, but then watching like modern people Gen Z, I guess, react to the music video and be like, "Oh, this is fucking weird, gross. I don't like it." And like, oh, there's context
it was meant
here.
To be weird and gross, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a caricature, and caricatures aren't always weird and gross. They're just exaggerated, and it's like there's like it's very unique. What do you want? Another Madonna? Come on.
That is a caricature. Anyway, what,
you didn't like the naked bathtub video she was putting out during COVID?
No.
The best thing is it makes us all equal. The worst thing is it makes us all equal. Mm-hmm. Yes, Madonna. Life is a mystery. We all let's take a bath alone.
Like in a dream.
You are what you seem.
Exactly. And then you see the light. And then it goes dark.
I don't think you know the lyrics to Just Like a Prayer.
No, it's like different songs.
Oh, I kept prompting you with Just Like a Prayer lyrics, and you just
it's like a prayer. I know the lyrics.
You just kept hitting me up with a different song. One, I will say, I did not recognize when you were doing it, so.
Oh, by the light, I think it's called the song that she did. The one time she did dance music, which was a huge hit, by the way. Probably the only Madonna album I actually owned because I love that song.
I did not watch a lot of MTV certainly not in the 80s, but certainly also not in the 90s. So these would be songs that I would only hear in VH1 after the fact because VH1 plays the old music.
Ray of Light was a song, yeah.
Oh, that is soundtrack to Austin Powers.
among other things.
No, that is Beautiful Stranger. Sorry. There was a music video that she did that was dance. I think maybe techno or electronica. Nope, that's definitely wrong. Yeah, like a ray of light is coming.
Yeah, it was. That was it. There was a hit single to the album of the same name. And
Yeah, but I think that
like
came out
album.
literally the same time, or nearest the same time Beautiful Stranger did, didn't it?
Yeah, 60 years ago. So
I'm sorry, I heard you say 60 years ago. I'm like, I am
no,
old.
16.
But
16,
I know.
not 6.
See, Beautiful Stranger by Madonna was 1999. Ray of Light was 1998. So 1 year. Music video, anyways. I don't know if it's on the same album. Ray of Light was on the album of the same name, I assume. I guess Beautiful Stranger was his own album. So she put out 2 back-to-back albums. I do remember hearing Ray of Light. I think I said this before. I used to listen to MTV while waiting for the bus. So I would just stay in the house because my house was like one house over from the bus stop. So I believe I heard both of these. Oh no, I guess Beautiful Stranger was just a single.
Yeah.
Well, because her album goes from Ray of Light 1998 to Music 2000, but Beautiful Stranger came out in 1999 and there's no listed thing for it. And it's not on this. It's not a single from Ray of Light.
No, it could have been just a standalone single.
Well, as I said, Beautiful Stranger was the music video for it was Austin Powers.
Okay, then it could have been a song for the movie then. Part of that EP. However, we don't have any Madonnas here. Well, I suppose Dorothy can count as a Madonna here.
I'm a prima donna.
Oh, yeah, we know that, but that's not what I was talking about.
Do we know that?
We do now. I think we are due to at least one more speech, maybe 2.
Well, we have this episode and next episode, so we're due a number of speeches. Granted, if you're to be believed, you're thinking there are 18 minutes worth of speeches in each episode.
Yeah, no. That was a mistake. That was an exaggerated mistake. Yes.
No. I'm just emphasizing the fact that you think that there's more speeches than there actually are. Granted, so do I. I am just at like less than half of what you expect.
Yes, I think at least there will be one speech between Hero and Sex, and then one between Trace and Wu Fei. And maybe really they might try to chime in. It's like, don't kill them instead of killing him.
And one between Dorothy and Quadra.
Yeah. That makes it 4?
I will say I do not know what to expect from any speech other than the Dorothy Quadra one, because I don't really know what Hero would have to say to Trace.
Yeah. But then again,
Trace is the speech giver. I don't know what Hero would have to say to Trace.
Probably.
And I don't know what Trace would have to say to Hero.
I don't care.
They've not interacted except for one time.
Yeah.
Because the question is, when he gives him epyon, why him? Because he showed up first? Was this a golden ticket rule thing?
Yeah. It was a competition and nobody else was invited. So
I am the best pilot out there, as proven by the fact that effortlessly I did what took Zex multiple episodes to achieve. And I made the best Gundam there is. Well, technically second best, but I'm going to call it the best because technically at this point in time, it's still the second best. I don't know. That I could escape with if I understood what my own captivity meant, because again, I was placed here by another organization, but this place is run by my people who are fighting the other organization who doesn't actually know I'm here, yet is somehow fighting me here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm technically keeping myself locked in, even though I've hacked all the computers already. None of that
and did
made
it in
any
a way
sense.
did it in a way that Hero specifically would find the epyon.
Well, no. He did it in a way that he invited Hero down. He invites Hero in, and then Hero doesn't find the epyon. He's just like, hey, come with me for a second. He opens a wall and the epyon's there. All he did was come downstairs and then talked to Trace and pointed guns at one another.
Mm-hmm. I say
There's
doing
something
this,
there.
this
Probably can make a joke of that too.
Mm-hmm.
They aimed their guns. They came downstairs and then they pointed their guns at one another.
Yeah. The innuendo.
Innuendo. Anyway, I think we should get into it.
Oh.
So let's go ahead and hop on in and see what we get from Takeoff into Confusion.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
Unfiltered.
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I mean, I was thinking that we make a lot of fun jokes at the expense of the show, but it's probably the only way you can really engage with it. Otherwise, it would be very boring in many places.
That's patently untrue. We enjoyed it in the 90s.
Well, true. That's true enough.
I mean, I don't know how a new audience would like it because they probably look at the art style. New people are very picky.
Yeah.
And why would you watch this over a new thing?
Yeah. Hathaway right now, the movies are coming out. So.
Instantly, I'd be put off by Troa's face in the fucking opening.
Yeah.
I can't make my face as long as his is, so he's got real horse face in the opening, even though he doesn't have horse face in the show.
He gives me Rocky vibes for some reason.
Maybe. Rocky's more of a lip thing. He's got more of a jaw thing going on, Troa.
Oh, these are new things.
They're
Are
not.
they?
Trust me. Or don't. I don't care. I'm not heavily invested in you trusting me. Oh, never mind. I take it back. That was new.
Yeah.
Remember when this didn't happen last episode? I would argue Wu Fei is the most misguided of the Gundam pilots.
No.
Or Troa. Because Troa
Troa's
seems to be
looked well.
directionless. So yeah, I guess you can't be misguided if you're not going anywhere. So yeah, Wu Fei.
Yeah.
You came over here. Well, apparently that's the one way to defeat the shields.
Was that a
that's still
sound
today.
of a new type Flash?
I just reusing the sound.
Yeah.
The same that we kept hearing the wing sound as communication sound in OG Gundam.
I don't think God has ever given a hand to any.
Incorrect. He supplied Moses with manna in Egypt.
That's probably the best thing he has ever said.
Yeah, but we already heard that from Gato in Stardust Memory. And then Heavy Arms ran out of bullets and was useless again. I guess I would say notice that they don't put up their shields at all.
しらをピースミリオンまで案内しろ。
ピースミリオンだって。
このままの状況ではゼクスの思惑通りになる。
What does that look? The same way of like, oh, I'm not in love with you. What are you talking about?
まさかあいつ。
そうじゃ。奴の狙いはあくまで地球じゃ。わしらの罪滅ぼしはこれを何としても阻止することで完了する。
わかったよ。ついてきな。
ウェーブコースの計算値は出たか。
はい。現在のまま推進すれば地球大気圏に突入できます。北半球大陸部に激突する確率は
Of hitting Asia? I mean, more specifically Russia, I guess. If Russia still controlled,
6,000 megatons. Wow, that's
お聞きの通りです。
okay.
ミリアルドシエ。
それで十分だ。カーンズ、ピースミリオンとリーブラ、この2つがあの青い星に落ちれば季節は止まり、長い冬が訪れることになるだろう。
You say that,
しかしこれは
but Operation British didn't even put a cloud in the sky.
I mean, they're countering on the fact that they talk about nuclear winter here. They never talked about that in.
They did. In fact, they
so.
talked about it there, and remember they carried it over to G-Quux too. This is the element. Do you think Gundam Wing is going to be the more scientifically accurate show?
彼らは私の前に立ちはだかるだろう。
それを待っているのですね。
彼らは歴史の必然や大義などとは別のベクトルを突き進む。それが戦闘のプロフェッショナルというものだ。
Does it?
Absolutely, I don't think that's what defines that.
No.
Although I guess I appreciate that you're trying to put yourself in the same category once you defined it as a good category.
なぜあなたが出撃しなければならないの？
If not me,
Somebody,
who?
リーブラが沈むわ。もう戦う理由なんてどこにもないじゃない。お兄様は。
I mean, you say that, but the lights are still on.
ホワイトファングが負けたのよ。
No, they're in the Pismillion. Remember that the Wind Zero was in the Pismillion.
No. He flew the Wing Zero over to the Libra.
No, he flew a transport.
And last thing they were on the Libra.
And they said that we're going to transfer it to the Pismillion.
So,
No, the two ships are.
I understand that, but we haven't seen it happen. Look at lessons. As far as I know, Hero's still on that carrier fleet. We never saw him get off that ship. Would have been an amazing turning point for me if Gurren Lagann came up and threw all those ships into space and hit the Libra. Granted, Gurren Lagann comes out 12 years after this, so that would also be super surprising. Also not covering the fact that I'm a total pacifist.
Yeah.
Conversely, air drag should leave her like stuck somewhere in the middle of the whole room, unable to move, trapped forever.
Until somebody catches us, I suppose. No, there was no air, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That or they just forgot. Because had to have been there. Her helmet was open.
Both of them are helmets. Although Hero can probably survive without
Maybe
it,
the air pressure was just so low, like they were actually like dying. They just didn't know.
And the saxophone really sells it.
Thank God I did a quick picture of her. We did an animated scene, and here's a quick picture that my daughter drew. Not for nothing, you threw that hard enough to penetrate steel, I feel like.
Yeah.
By the way, I've been practicing with the Force. I no longer need to see. Who designed the monitor layout of this room? That is a blunted tip.
Well, it's a blunted tip that can penetrate a metal, so I wouldn't.
The same comment I had when she fenced Hero, and the thing went flying into the air and then penetrated the ground. Well, I fight for the user.
Dad is dead.
Well, we already know that. We were there for it.
Is she?
Come on. This isn't Kirk fighting the computer. You don't have to logical fallacy her way out. Ah, I see. The enemies we fight are ourselves.
Yes. That's an ugly helmet, for God's sake.
This would also be
Makes it look like a
hilarious
killer
if the one of them just stabbed the other one in the middle. Let me ask you this. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I had more. I bet you if Dorothy wanted to pull "I'm a woman, you jerk," that would work on Quattro.
Mm.
What the hell was up with that? The thing panned up, but she wasn't in center, so it just like quickly moved over a little bit. I mean,
not really.
Is it counting us not remembering what happened to Quattro's dad and trying to remind us?
He's always been in a suicide mission.
Beam that can take out like 20 at once. Specifically aiming for that guy. I'd argue not, since they had to keep you alive in a camper van for like 3 months. Phrasing.
Excuse me? He made 2 cuts and he was just like this. 2 cuts. It's like, he didn't fucking move.
Well, to be fair, it has a double edge.
Yeah, but he didn't even move it. He went like this and I was like, what the? He's so fast that we didn't see him move.
Well, when you're fast enough to teleport. Bam! Someone shot him. Never get out of the cockpit.
Peace Million にたどり着くのはわしらのうち一人で十分じゃ。誰かが振り落とされても気にするな。
気にしねえよ。そんな余裕はないからな。
Also, I hope they took Hilda with them because.
Oh, she's probably on the shuttle with Poe and them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Probably.
Sorry. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, yeah. Which is not a bad song for this part, yeah.
Test your might.
Catchy tongue.
Hero Yui. Quattro
This
Rebaba
is
winner.
Mortal Kombat. They ripped the entire
Troll
song
a bark.
off. They just, yeah.
Wu Fei. Fei. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
6 more keys.
6 more keys.
The crazy
Dorothy.
annoy.
Oh, is that the Magna Core?
Finish him.
Yeah.
俺たちの力じゃ宇宙を一つにできなかったが地球
Very much doesn't fit the scene. That's all though.
あのお嬢さんの力がそれとも
I legit think I just heard a da 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 voice thing in the background.
Yeah.
本気を出さないの？それとも出せないのかしら？でも私は遠慮はしなくてよ。その純粋さが、その甘さが、その優しさがあなたたちの戦いを敗北させているのよ。そうかもしれない。
I mean, one, he doesn't want to kill anybody.
この方法でしか戦うことはできない。でもこんな負け続ける戦いだからこそコロニーの人たちを戦火に巻き込まないで済んだんだ。それでは何も変わらないよ。
Well, did you though?
では
Because they're initiating the war.
コロニーの指導者となって堂々と戦争をすればよかったのよ。ミリアルド様のように。トロシー、それは違う。そして人類のすべてに見せつけてやるべきだったのよ。もう戦いなんか見たくないと思わせるような悲惨な戦争を。
So kind of the plot to Hellsing.
それがこの戦争の意義だというのか。そうよ。人類から戦争をなくすためには兵器を取り上げるだけじゃダメなのよ。人類の心そのものを変革させないと。それを知る
Not untrue.
人類はお父様のように滅んでしまうわ。君は優しい
Kind of out of nowhere, that one.
僕以上に
Yeah.
Literally, we've never regarded your father. Well, again, Trey's? Obviously can't be Trey. She said he's dead.
君はかつての僕と同じなんだ。戦いを憎むあまり自分の優しさを許せなくなる。だけど優しさを否定してはダメだ。
I don't think it's a winning argument to proffer that you're better than you're better than she is when she's killed you. Being better than her didn't make you live longer.
優しくなければ人類なんか存在する意味はないんだよ。
I don't think that's true either.
生き残ることだけの人類はきっと他人を思いやらない動物。
No, I think if it's something on the level of animals, maybe. Your argument. I think we as a species have more to live for than just kindness. Kindness is nice, ironically, but
I think kindness is a clear, important part of being a human being.
no, I would argue not.
Part of
A lot of
society.
people are a dick and succeed.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't.
I think say more people are dicks than not.
I would say the opposite.
Well, yeah, well, maybe you should nail something to a church door and think about what you're saying. I think inherent sin is better suited for the nature of mankind. I'm just saying that you can't say that's the only reason for human existence is kindness.
But it's part of it.
It's not.
I think it is.
Well, you're wrong.
I don't think I'm not.
You don't think you're not? Double negative means you think you are. Ha ha, I win. Then God killed him.
現在確認されているのはホワイトファング82名、我が軍105名です。
そうか。後で名前を教えてくれ。
かしこまりました。
Yeah, because no one was ever performative before now.
戦いのために犠牲となった人々は
Yeah, I remember 99,822 people's names.
セプテン、ベン
To be fair, I guess he could have have an edit memory
皆忘れられぬ人々だ。
easily. That's a lot of fucking
死
names.
者に対し哀悼の意を表することしかできない。だが
So you don't remember the people that just randomly died during the day.
彼らは決して無駄死になどしていない。
They're not that important.
そして
Well, literally.
Yeah, what did they sacrifice? Just forget it for the moment. That's probably all the mothers and children that died. You just don't care about the names of those people. Seemingly untrue.
Yeah.
Also, why did you go through this whole performance thing of tell me their names later if you intended to get stabbed? I think you might have been wrong about Hiro and him having a conversation.
Yeah.
Throwing that out there. Hate it when I win. See, I'm a sore winner. No, that's Quattro.
I think he also had a death wish as well. That's
Right, I
why.
forgot Quattro is the sore winner right now. We surrender. But we know that Zex is not going to accept a surrender. God, I hope you had a kid or something.
Yeah.
So you say Dorothy's bloodthirsty, but every time things should resolve in a really good way, she's like, yes, this is the right way. And then somebody just like doesn't do it. We're gonna ram this ship into the earth. Do what you will. I'm not telling you to evacuate, you probably should.
No, it wasn't. So if people don't care what you think about it, they'll continue the battle.
So I guess technically if you stopped watching now, Zex won, yeah.
Yeah. Kamina of Team Gurren Lagann? Yeah.
Or technically Mula Flaga, because he actually says it first.
Yeah.
I mean, before Kamina does. I found surprising as hell. Meanwhile, at the Google battleship. By the way, the fact that the Talkies 2 got destroyed makes the Talkies 3's appearance in the future very another surprise.
Mm.
They must have just copied the schematics or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
final battle.
Well,
It's
I guess
about
the
to
whole
begin.
thing is that we're all just sore winners.
Yeah.
And I'm making the Quattro joke again. It's the element that everyone that wins just wants a little bit more. Anyway, I was arguing your natural state of the human condition because we fight one another all the time. It's more
Well, we
common
also
to see
cooperate all the
a
time.
dispute than it is agreement.
No, I think a lot of people cooperate more than they. The people who want power forces into fighting, or convinces that
It
fighting
doesn't
is a good
matter
thing.
then. If the majority
matter.
opinion is to do what you're told, and that doing that is then conflict, then that's what it is. It's not
No, I think when
kindness to
people
blindly
cooperate-
follow orders.
No. No, it's not blindly. I mean, people have to be convinced to fight battles,
No,
not
they
just.
don't. They just have to
simply
make the consequences less worthwhile than, doing the right thing.
I don't know. I think a lot of people have to be convinced.
Nah, obviously not. Or that, or you're arguing against your own point, because all those people that are... Hold on. Yeah, next time I'm coming. Not for your mobile doll.
だがそのためにどれほどの血が流されるのか。ピースミリオンとリーブラの地球落下が意味するものは、終局を迎えた戦場で2つのガンダムの戦いは新たな時代の到来を予感させる。新機動戦機ガンダムウィング最終話、最後の勝利者。
Hero tries to kill himself for the 18th time.
Yeah.
No, my argument there is that you're saying that people have to be convinced. Well, then that would imply that everyone that's doing all of these illegal orders, because they were told to, had to be convinced and agreed. Instead, they're just not, instead
But they
of
have
just
to overcome
following
people's-
illegal orders.
You have to
because
overcome people's inertia. They don't want to commit, most people anyway, commit crimes and
but they
and
will
other things.
in order to, because the consequences of not following orders is worse than standing up for what's right, which is what I said before. And you said no, they have to be convinced. So the worst element, again, I think you're arguing against yourself in that opinion, is that people want to do these things because they were convinced to. Being convinced is different from being tricked. Being convinced is I didn't agree, but now I do, versus I'm afraid to stand up for what's right because the consequences are so bad for me or anybody I care about that I better do an illegal action rather than not and fuck up my whole life.
Yeah, but people have to convince them. That means that there was initial reticence to do it. So, in other words,
initial reluctance is not the same as what you actually do. Actions speak louder than words, and initial reluctance is not the same as the thing that you did.
Yeah, but I think ultimately, if people are allowed to be, instead of trying to be
why
forced
were you executing citizens in the streets of Odessa or whatever? Because I was told to, but I felt bad at first. That's still horrible. And no one's going to care about how you felt about it. They care about what you did.
Yeah, but I think it's not just so easy to tell somebody to do something and they'll do it. I think the reason is people will not want to do it, and you have to put a lot of effort to create a scenario situation where you can turn people into doing these things.
I would also argue that you're ordering them to do it will allow them to release a part of themselves that's not socially acceptable to do, and they will do that. Some people ask how the Nazi Party was allowed to do it, and you said, I actually said, hey, you're allowed to do these things. And they were like, oh, now's the time. And that's a feeling that seems to be prevalent nowadays right now, too. People are being told you can do that shit that you've been told for years that you're not allowed to do. And it turns out these people just want to do that.
Yeah, but I always consider that to be a minority of people. So
you say that, but again, I'm going to wander into this element that I've brought up many times before. I think we're ignorant.
I think if you look at the numbers will tell you there's always a minority.
I'm saying we're ignorant because we don't have the numbers. I'm not saying we're ignorant because we're stupid. I'm saying we're ignorant because we're not filled with statistics and whatnot in front of us right now. You say I feel. I feel is not fact. And I'm joining in with you, Lessons. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that I also don't have the information in front of me. I also feel. So, not for nothing, it is a historical, famous point of view of, is man inherently evil? Original Sin versus, I can't remember the Babies Are Born Innocent thing is called.
Rousseau versus, what was he? Rousseau is that people are inherently good and turn to evil. Who was the author of Leviathan? Let me just check real quick.
My mind is going to the 99 articles nailed to the church door.
I mean, that's
that's the basis of church reform, but I believe he also believed in
Hobbes. It's basically Rousseau versus Hobbes, basically.
All I'm saying is that is a age-old philosophical discussion, and it is no real different to what we're discussing here.
I certainly am more a Rousseau kind of person than a Hobbes kind of person. And I think the reason
I prefer imaginary tigers over deep sea expeditions. Come on, put it together. You can get there. You're part of the zeitgeist. You can get it. What am I talking about?
Rousseau.
Jacques Cousteau versus Calvin's imaginary tiger friend. Come on, you can get. You've got to figure that one out.
I know you were talking about imaginary tigers, yeah, and Calvinism, which was an offshoot of Protestantism.
Protestantism,
yes.
Which I've mentioned plenty of times before in reference to work ethic. I'm not always as dumb as you think I am. I just can't pull words out of my head. That's the problem. It's all locked away. Years of reading history books and philosophy books and science books. It's in there. I just can't access it.
Well, then, this has been this episode. I guess we're setting up for the final
Truism.
competition between. It is still truism.
This episode has been this episode.
Yes. And now the final competition between Sex and Hero and how it gets resolved. But we saw in the next on that Hero once again has that finger in that button. So it's his solution
That's
to
what she
blow
said.
himself up. I hope she did. Final competition, episode 49. It all comes down to this. But that will be next time. Watch the final episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. So, anything else?
No, wait and see if you had anything to say.
Okay, then I think that's all for us today. So, I have been Lessons. This has been Theta. We have been Stoneface Reactions. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?